We got it going again. So I'm disappointed to hear we have a $2.5 million surplus. We can discuss that in public works that hasn't been utilized. First of all, Mike, am I wrong in my describing of the history of that? Is there
not just the taxpayers, but the voters. And I'm sorry that I haven't spoken to every single one of you, my colleagues, but I know that in Jennifer's district and in Jeff's district, that potholes and paint are exactly what people want. It's the number one thing. You knock on their doors and what do they say? I want these potholes fixed. They want sidewalks, failing sidewalks. They want just something to give an idea of where the lane edge is.
So again, my understanding is there is a mechanism to replace the funding. It just will take 2 years. And so I don't know if Councilman Younger was proposing that we look at the REIT surplus at the end of the year and put it back in immediately, or we just wait for the mechanism that replaces it at $650K a year for the next 2 years. I wanted to quickly.
So it's been legislated this way because working with the current administration and the past administration, they wouldn't put adequate funds towards streets every budget. So we wrote the ordinance this way to get the administrations to fix our local streets. There's a simple solution. We can pass this, but Mike, you can write a loan. The city borrows the money from the TBD funds or the residential street funds, and it pays it back. You can put a 2-year time payment, 3-year. And where do you get those funds? You get it from future REIT money. You need to honor the taxpayers and what these card tabs were for. This is extremely frustrating, extremely frustrating.
All right, Denise.
Coming in there. Now, what we're trying to do right now is probably a practice that we feel should already be allowed for the administration to do. What we're asking you to do tonight should be allowed. But we didn't want to get into that conversation. We just wanted this one-time conversation. And then the future discussion is to loosen up the legislative fixes that have gone on. We're on the same page. Councilor Younger said they had to force the administration to make this a priority. That's untrue. You know, that's,
right,
we made it a priority. And so, Councilor Goodnow, I just want to say, we're with you. It's a priority for us. So.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Ned. I would say for me, and I know I speak for at least a couple others, that I would like the administration to, when you present the budget, to please put some of this back. Okay? So I think, you know, I don't want to hear about surpluses if we're not putting some of that back in here. How do we feel about consent?